Hi, Simone.
Hi, Mary. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
First of all, welcome to Good News Broadcast. Thank you for being with us today.
Thanks so much for having me.
Mary, tell us about your extensive career, first of all, as an author. You've written a number of wonderful best-selling books. Tell our listeners a little bit more about that.
Well, I've written this. The Look of Love is the 14th book I've written. The first 12 were in the world of television news, the key news media thrillers that were inspired by the years that I worked at CBS News as a producer and writer. And then I've started this new series, The Wedding Cake Mysteries, and they were inspired by watching Martha Stewart one morning, who was doing a segment on wedding cakes for a book that she had written, and each cake was so beautiful, and it led me to start to think, what if I had a wedding cake decorator who went to different locations for different brides and grooms and made wedding cakes, and mystery and suspense could come up in each one, and Piper Donovan, my main character, can solve the mystery.
Now, how have your characters changed over the years? Do you find that, as the years go on, that you have to kind of write your characters differently?
Well, I think in the first 12, the key news thrillers, there were different characters that didn't necessarily recur. In the Piper Donovan Wedding Cake Mysteries, it's Piper Donovan, and at the same time that she's going about making her wedding cakes and getting involved in suspenseful situations, we're also following Piper's life with her family. Her mother owns a bakery but has macular degeneration, and that's affected her eyesight, so she can't do the decorating that she once did. Her father's a retired New York City cop who's obsessed with security, and she has a boyfriend who's an FBI agent, and that relationship is on again, off again, and you're rooting for the two of them to come together. So you follow the life of the main character at the same time that you're doing the mystery writing and reading.
Now, I understand that, like your character Piper Donovan, that you make customized cakes for the neighborhood kids?
Well, no, that was my mother. One of my happiest memories when I was little was my mother taking the cake decorating book and asking the kids in the neighborhood which cake they wanted to have her make for their birthdays. And all these years later, when I decided that I wanted to write about Piper, I didn't know anything about cake decorating, so I took a Wilton cake decorating course, which was a lot of fun, and now I know enough at least to write about it.
Now, without giving away too much, tell us a little bit more about the character of Piper.
Well, Piper is young. She's only 28. She's an actress. It's very hard as an actress to get parts, so she has a lot of downtime between acting gigs, and she wants to help her mother with the bakery, and so and as a kid, she had always helped her mother with the decorating, so she knows how to do it, and this is what's leading her into the mysteries. But she's still going for auditions. She has a lot of actress qualities that she can mimic well and do accents well, and she's very observant, and these all help her in the mysteries.
And when you have a character like Piper, what is your inspiration for such a character? Do you look at any of the actresses that are very popular now and pattern any of your characters after people that are very popular right now?
Well, actually, my daughter is an actress, and that got me interested in writing about one. My daughter's the same age as Piper. They have the same birthday, and I've seen my daughter Elizabeth's experience, so I know what Piper's is, and this is a kind of a funny thing. When I wrote the first one, I gave it to my daughter Elizabeth to read, and she said, "Mom, I really love the mystery. It's very suspenseful, but you have Piper sounding like a woman, a middle-aged woman." So Elizabeth, since then, has been reading all of the books and vetting them to make sure that Piper's voice is authentic. And she makes a lot of great suggestions, to the point where the reviews are all saying, praising Piper's personality. So I really have to thank Elizabeth for that.
Now, I understand there's some magnificent pumpkin bread that you actually have that was mentioned in the book.
Yeah, when I came to Los Angeles to do research for the book, one of the places that I stopped was the Monastery of the Angels, which is a cloistered convent right underneath the Hollywood sign, the famous Hollywood sign.
Yes.
And I went to visit, and I saw that in the gift shop they sold this pumpkin bread. I tried it, loved it, and I wanted to get the nuns to have some publicity about the bread because they use it to support themselves. So in the book, Piper loves the pumpkin bread too, and she uses the recipe for the actual wedding cake.
Wow.
It's the Monastery of the Angels pumpkin bread.
Now, what is next for you, Mary?
I'm working on the next wedding cake mystery, which takes place in Florida this time. And then I'm hoping to do another Key News mystery too. So I have like books and books and books in my brain down the line. I just have to write them.
Well, and I have one last question for you, and this is what we ask all of our guests. What's good news for you?
Good news for me is when my children are well. That's the best news for me. Because when your kids aren't well, it really doesn't matter much else what's going on.
True. Absolutely. Mary, thank you so much for being with us today on Good News Broadcast.
It was my pleasure. Thanks for having me.